Silent Ashes, the unchecked wave of church fires sweeping across Canada. By Canadian Citizens Journal. Early this morning on the Acadian Peninsula, another piece of East Coast history was reduced to embers. The St. Simon Catholic Church, the largest wooden church in New Brunswick, built in 1917, was completely destroyed in a devastating inferno. Firefighters responded to a motion detector alarm at approximately 3:30 a.m. By the time crews arrived, flames had already breached the sacristy and entered the wooden roof structure, quickly turning the century-old landmark into a total loss. Caraquet Fire Chief Luke Dugas publicly confirmed that the blaze is being treated as a suspected arson. RCMP officers and the Office of the Fire Marshal are actively investigating. While local communities grieve these sudden losses, a glaring question remains. Why does it feel like almost no one is being held accountable? The numbers behind the ashes, 2019 to 2026. Since 2019, Canada has experienced an unprecedented wave of arson, total destruction, and severe property attacks targeting places of worship. Churches completely destroyed by fire. Between 2019 and mid-2024 alone, comprehensive tracking by investigative reporters and independent watchdogs confirms that over 45 churches across Canada have been burned entirely to the ground. Incidents investigated as arson. Official police records indicate that at least 24 of the 33 major total loss fires documented between May 2021 and late 2023 were confirmed deliberate acts of arson. Broader property attacks. When accounting for attempted arson, firebombings, and severe structural damage, over 100 Christian churches of various denominations, Catholic, Anglican, United, and Orthodox, have been attacked nationwide. Despite the sheer scale of property destruction and community trauma, arrests remain astonishingly low. Out of dozens of total loss arson investigations across the country, fewer than 10 cases have resulted in formal arrests or criminal charges. Key incidents, suspects, and arson charges across Canada. While the vast majority of these investigations sit cold, a small number of suspects have been named and charged by police forces. St. Simon Church, St. Simon, New Brunswick, August 2026. Status: active investigation. Details: motion sensors alerted authorities before 3:30 a.m. Fire Chief Luke Dugas stated investigators strongly believe the fire was intentionally set at the rear of the building. No suspects have been publicly named or charged yet. St. Anne's Church and Sacred Heart Church, Headley and Penticton, British Columbia, June 2021. Status: confirmed arson. Details: both historic Catholic churches on First Nations land were burned down on the same morning. RCMP opened task force investigations, but no arrests were officially announced for these specific blazes. St. Patrick's Church and St. John Baptiste, Morinville, Alberta, June 2021. Status: confirmed arson. Details: the 104-year-old parish in Morinville was torched in the middle of the night. Despite extensive footage, the case remains unsolved. Murray United Church, Merritt, British Columbia, January 2019. Status: closed/conviction. Suspect: August Caprian. Details: Caprian was arrested and charged after setting fire to the 143-year-old church alongside two other nearby properties. He pleaded guilty to arson and was sentenced to 24 months of conditional house arrest. Bellis Ukrainian Orthodox Church, Bellis, Alberta, 2024. Status: charges laid. Details: a local man was taken into custody after a spree of property destruction led to the burning of the historic Ukrainian Orthodox building northeast of Edmonton. Police indicated the act was tied to a localized crime spree rather than coordinated ideological terrorism. A pattern of silence. When historical landmarks and gathering spaces burn, local communities lose far more than wood and stone. They lose the records, memories, and physical sanctuaries built by generations of working families. Yet provincial and federal authorities continue to treat these incidents as isolated rural property crimes, rather than addressing the broader, systemic trend. As the investigators walk through the embers in Saint-Simon today, Canadians are left asking, how many more sanctuaries will burn before law enforcement delivers real accountability?